are you? Hey, Julia, how are you? Gosh, good to see you. And Linda, nice to have you guys here. Julia, did I see that you had a show today earlier? I've been gone most of the day, although had a grooming. And when you live like a ways away, it's a good 45 minutes, and it's not 45 minutes in a lot of places is just traveling through town. Here it's like out in the country, across the bridge, out in the. Anyway, so I did a lot of stuff in Gig Harbor today while Aldo was getting his grooming. But I did see, I thought I saw a notification pop up, but. Anyway, hi Linda. It's good to thank you for being on my live that I just completely missed out on the sound. I think I'm going to have to redo that one. I did an art hall kind of thing, and then I went from one scene to the next, and it muted me and through most of my description of the stuff I got. So I could always redo it if I want to. Well, okay. There I am. So, first things first, Bob is good. Okay, we went Tuesday, was it? Went to the doctor. Why does this feel weird? Hang on just a sec. Ugh, there. My headphones were feeling weird. I don't know why. Anyway, so Tuesday, was it? I think he had an appointment with his doctor to follow up on the CAT scan that they did on his lung because it had come back abnormal because they thought they had seen something. Hi, Larry. How are you? Nice to have you here. And that the possibility of some mass, whatever, but all kinds of things that cause alarm bells to go off in your head. So we went in. CT scan showed that it was just residual healing and stuff left over from the pneumonia, and they have a follow-up CT with him in 6 weeks, but his lungs were clear, he's good, there was no mass, no tumor, no nothing like that. Yeah, Gretchen was very we were both big sigh of release, of release and of relief. So raise a glass and cheers to that. Thank you for all your good wishes and support in that. So I had a big sigh of relief, and now tomorrow we have to head down to Portland to pick up the pickup. Yeah, it's done. Whole lot of things done to it, but it's done. So we'll leave early in the morning. We started to go yesterday, and then they called and said that there was something else that wasn't done, and it wasn't done. So we'd only gotten to Shelton, which is about an hour away. So at least we hadn't made the 3.5 hours to Wilsonville. So tomorrow, round trip to Wilsonville, which is Portland, just south of Portland, and we'll be back with truck, turn in the rental pickup, and then we'll have the pickup back up here so that we can go drop the trailer off and get it consigned or sold or something. I don't know. Deal with that. March Madness. Yeah, crazy month. I hope everybody, I know, thank goodness. Thank you, Larry. It is a big thank goodness. Yeah. Whew. So that's been a big relief. So if I seem a little giddy, I probably am. just a wee bit giddy over the whole thing, and was anxious to share that with all you guys because, it's not been fun. Hang on, turning off the heat. Okay, I love spring, but it's that time of year where you turn up the heat, but then you don't really need the heat. But then when you turn it off, you need it again because the sun goes down and it'll get cold. Who knows? But that's the way it is. Anything else? Oh, I took the slugs to tarts. Yeah, just envision that sentence. I took the slugs to tarts. Anyway, to my art group, the tart art tarts, and the art tarts proceeded to paint about. Let's see, Carla took 5 home, Dee took 2, and then we did 18 of them there. So it's been good. We got a bunch done. So on Sunday, I'll have them all lined up and I'll show you. And then last night, I did paint pouring over a bunch of them. I tried to do ribbon pour, and some of them I had to redo a couple times. But the slugs take to flow art pretty well. It was pretty funny, but I did it in here on this in a little styrofoam thing. God, did I make a mess? But it was good. And then the slug bug is almost completely done. He needs some final refinements and things, and then I'm gonna do the edging and yeah, those will have another week to go before they're off to Jennifer to be dipped in resin, which ought to be hilarious for her to. I don't know how she's gonna dip them. Just dip. See, okay. Can you see the slug bugs? Oh, I don't know if you can. See, there they are. And it's got the yellow line. It's got a highway. They're on a highway. It's got double yellow lines down the back of him. That's my idea. Slug bug down a slug bug freeway. Yay. Anyway, so tonight, Lupe's here. Hi, Lupe. Oh, Lala. Hi, Lala. Oh my gosh. Man, you guys, this is Mommy Guide Inc. is my friend Lala from the Philippines. And oh, Lala, you've been busy, girl. I've been watching your things pop up like crazy. So that's fun. But yeah, so Lala, you don't know that I've been painting slugs. You'll have to yeah, it's for a fundraiser. It's just not real slugs, but it's a thing. But I have had a total mess, and but maybe I'll do a live presentation showing some of those separately type of thing. I know that the Maple Valley Arts Alliance, I did a short on it, and they featured that. That was kind of cool. But on this live, for showing those, maybe I'll remember to not unmute myself. Yeah, you're on mute. And Lupe's here, yay! Okay, so Lala, Green Rumor is Larry, and Lupe is Lupe Blind Art Studios. Linda is Leshabot, and Julia, of course, is Julia. Creative Roots by Art by Julia Lee. Yay! Anyway, you guys, I have stories tonight. Just some just fun. I've gone. The first one is a biography of someone that I think is significant to the art world, at least to my level of art world, the kind of level of art world that I've always existed in, and that being kids art. So the first book, oh good, the first book is that one, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 4 or 5 books tabs lined up, but they're all. This one is the longest one, the first one, and the rest are kind of short. And whether I read them all, but some of them are just goofy. Yeah, and some are cute. They're just they're goofy. But this is the first one. I kind of like this one. When you see the illustrations in this, they're a combination of some cool ink work and then washes, and almost like it's just really well done. I like it because it takes it back in time a bit. So let's get going on this first book for you, which is called The Crayon Man, the true story of the invention of Crayola crayons. Yay! By Natasha Bebo and illustrated by Stephen Salerno. Oh, okay. Hang on. All right. Look at this. I love this. Choose a color, give it a name, draw a picture. This is the end paper page of this book, for this book. Hey, don't do that. My little thing here, I'm trying to get something to get smaller for you. There. So it's like the end paper, which makes it very cool that, if you were showing it to somebody or the kids, they could choose it because Crayola is famous for that. They've always done that and had kids nominate names for new colors. It's always been kind of a fun thing. All right. The Crayon Man. The true story of the invention of Crayola crayons. Once there was a man who saw color everywhere. He noticed the yellow-orange petals of the black-eyed Susans in his garden. He marveled at the rich scarlet-red tones of the cardinal's feathers. He admired the deep blue-greens of the waves in the sea. Color made him really, really happy. But all day long at work, all he saw was black. Black dust, black tar, black smoke, black ink, black dye, black shoe polish. His company sold carbon black, a new kind of pigment, a colored substance made from the soot of burning oil and natural gas. People used it in printing inks, electric street lamps, and stove and shoe polish. It also made rubber car tires last much longer. His name was Edwin Binney, and he was an inventor. He worked with his cousin, C. Harold Smith. Together they were Binney and Smith. Harold was a great salesman. He loved to travel the world. Edwin was curious. He had a knack for listening and making what people needed. Edwin invented a new kind of inexpensive slate pencil that wrote very smoothly. It was gray. Children loved it. He invented a kind of chalk that wasn't dusty and didn't crumble. It was white. Teachers loved it. He invented a wax crayon that would write on wood and paper packaging. It was really, really black. People loved it. Paper was expensive in the 1800s, so children wrote with slate pencils on chalk on slate, small handheld blackboards. I love this picture. So when everyone, including Edwin's wife, Alice, told him that children needed better, cheaper crayons, he listened. They said, "The crayons we have are big, dull, and clumsy. The lumps of colored clay only make fat, chunky lines. And the artist's crayons from Europe are far too expensive. They crumble and break easily. Some are even poisonous." Yes, Alice used to be a school teacher, so she knew what children needed. She encouraged Edwin to invent the crayons. Edwin thought about his company's inventions. When you drew a picture with the gray slate pencil, it rubbed off at the drop of a hat. When you drew a picture with the white chalk, it smudged everywhere. If you drew a picture with Edwin's new, really black crayon, it was, well, really black. None of these inventions was any good for drawing in color. So Edwin listened, and Edwin invented. In a small stone mill in Pennsylvania, in a top secret lab, Edwin's team experimented. How could they make better, stronger crayons? Melted paraffin wax, perhaps. The first colored crayons invented in Europe were made from a mixture of charcoal and oil, so they broke easily. And to make stronger crayons, Edwin tried using wax instead. Now, for the crayon colors, grinding up rocks and minerals into fine powders. Mixing slate for gray, earth for yellow, red and brown, perhaps. Oh, yes, and lapis for blue. Pounding, sifting, and heating the colored powders. Would they be bright enough? Edwin's team kept on trying. They kept on experimenting. Ground up rocks and minerals make bright pigments for crayons. Red iron oxide, hematite, for red, yellow iron oxide, goethite for yellow, varied shades of red iron oxide for brown, carbon black for black, zinc oxide for white, and imported ultramarine made from lapis lazuli for blue. They came home covered in color. They experimented some more and discovered a pinch of this pigment, a splooch of that one, a little hotter, a little cooler, and voila, lots of different shades. Now there were greens, oranges, violets, and pinks too. Edwin came home covered in color. To make orange, green, and violet, chemists blended various pigments and clays. Some minerals changed color when heated. Plus, the length of time the mixtures were left to cool created different colors too. In a large tub at the mill, Edwin's team measured out the ingredients. Melted wax, clay to thicken, something for texture, colored powders, each in just the right amount every time to make a top secret formula. Slowly, carefully, stirring by hand, they poured the special formula into thin crayon-shaped molds, smaller than any other inventor's, just the right size for children's hands. The mixture cooled and hardened. Edwin watched, and Edwin waited. Children might eat or chew the crayons and get sick, so Edwin's team experimented to find new, safe, non-toxic colors and materials. This is in the 1800s. That's pretty cool. Finally, one summer evening in June 1903, Edwin came home covered in color and announced that he'd invented a new kind of colored crayon. But what should he call it? Alice had an idea. She said, let's mix the French word cray for stick of chalk and the word hola from the word oleaginous, meaning oily, like the oily texture of the crayon wax, to invent a new word, Crayola. Crayola. Edwin listened. Binney and Smith shipped out the first Crayola crayon boxes, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, brown, and black. 8 colored crayons for only a nickel. Edwin waited. Would children like them? Children did. Now they could draw a tiny green caterpillar or a big blue sky. Their drawings wouldn't smudge and they wouldn't rub out. They were bright and could last a long, long time. By the 1900s, inventors had figured out how to make cheaper paper from wood pulp, so children could now draw on paper instead of just slate. Mm. Excitement over the new colorful invention spread like wildfire. Admirers from far and wide flocked to marvel at Benny Smith's inventions at the St. Louis World Fair. It's in 1904. The company's dustless chalk even won a gold medal. Proudly, Edwin and Harold showed it off, especially on their new Crayola crayon boxes. Look at that. Every day, Edwin brought colorful bouquets from his garden to inspire the Crayola team. They made crayons in even more different shades, and later asked children to help name some of them. To celebrate the 90th anniversary, Crayola held a color naming competition. The 6-year-old winner coined Tropical Rainforest. Other color names created by children included Robin's Egg Blue, Tickle Me Pink, and Macaroni and Cheese. Granny Smith Apple. Oh my gosh. At last, because of Edwin Binney, the man who saw color everywhere, who had a knack for listening and making what people needed, children all around the world could reach for just the right shade. Sunglow, wisteria, jungle green, screamin' green, razzmatazz, robin's eggs blue, wild watermelon, marvelous, purple mountain's majesty, cadet blue, lavender, timberwolf, to draw anything. And that shows how Crayola crayons are made today. Train cars deliver paraffin wax to the Crayola factory in Easton, Pennsylvania. The wax is heated, and the clear melted liquid is stored in tall silos ready to be pumped inside. Workers pour colored powders called pigments into vats filled with the liquid wax, add clay to thicken, and then mix. The wax pigment mixture is pumped into a huge mold and it looks like a giant circular muffin tin. The mix fills all the 110 small crayon-shaped holes in each section. Cold water flows underneath the mold to cool the wax and harden it into crayon shapes, and the larger blade scrapes off extra wax to be reused later. The crayons are pushed up from the mold. A robotic arm then moves them to the labeling machine. Pre-printed sticky labels on a huge drum are wrapped around each crayon two and a half times. Workers check the finished crayons and store them in large cardboard cartons, one for each color. To make up the Crayola crayon boxes, workers place the crayons in the right order in the collating machine, and a chute drops each one into the color needed into a conveyor belt. And a robotic arm opens the flat-packed green and yellow crayon boxes and sends them out onto the conveyor belt. Another arm pushes the collated crayons into each box and closes it, and the boxes move down the conveyor belt to be packed into larger cartons. Crayola ships the finished crayons to the store, and they're sold to you. I remember we would get boxes of them at school that were all just like one color and all kind of things. And, you could do that, huge things like that. It's interesting back here where he did the thing when they started to add to the different things to make the different kind of things. This reminds me when my mom would, it's like in when she was dyeing wool, how she would have, if you took like plants, like goldenrod, you would think it would come out in this golden color, but if you added alum to it, you got one color. And if you added cream of tartar to it as a mordant, you got a completely different color. And you could completely change how that looked. I wonder if that's kind of like what they did with that. I know, isn't that a cool crayon box? That old crayon box. That's one of my very favorite pictures. Very cool. I love that. I think the artwork really suited this book, um, and just was really well done. So back to see if I can find out a bit. Man who loved color. He was born in 1866. As a child, he loved swimming, hunting, fishing, and sailing. He grew up and had to work at an office in the city. He decided to build a house on some farmland by the sea in Old Greenwich, Connecticut. He planted a colorful vegetable and flower garden, and most mornings he walked to the station with his daughters, listening for birdsong. He wanted them to share his love of color and nature too. Um, Sally Putnam Chatnam, who's his great granddaughter, says, my great grandfather was a gentle, kind, and generous man, a passionate lover of nature. Grandpa Bub rarely chose to be indoors, preferring the woods, the wind, the sea, and of course his much beloved Crayola flower garden. Wow, a Crayola flower garden. How cool is that to have that? Um, it says the successful Crayola crayon business meant that Edwin and Harold could give back to the community. Edwin created a big park with flowers, trees, and pond and playing fields in Old Greenwich. And when times were tough during the Great Depression, Crayola factory workers kept their jobs and local farmers got work labeling and packaging crayons. After Edwin died in 1934, Crayola continued his mission to create innovative products that bring the wonder of color to people of all ages. And that's his wife, Alice, with their two of her grandchildren. That's cool. Natasha Bebo, who is the author, her favorite color is periwinkle blue because it makes her heart sing. She loves to draw and make stuff just like Edwin Binney. She lives in London where she writes, edits, and coaches and mentors children's book authors and illustrators at Blue Elephant Story Shaping and is a longtime regional advisor for SCBWI British Isles. This was her first nonfiction picture book. And Stephen Salerno is favorite color crayon color is all of them because sometimes each one is just perfect. He's written and illustrated many popular picture books, including Tim's Goodbye and Wild Child, and also has illustrated many more, including Brothers at Bat, Pride, and The Kid from Diamond Street. He lives and works in New York City. Cool. Yay. Well, that was a fun one. All right. Close that tab down. Ooh. Well, all right. Are certain mushrooms used? Yes. Mom did that too. Mom, I think I've told you that story. She had this whole kick for a while, testing out different things of how they different natural dyes when she was dyeing wool and she was spinning a lot and not spinning that way, but spinning wool, and it really stunk. And you know, I and she'd have everything from like cattails to pussy willows to goldenrod to pansies to any kind of flower, broccoli. And she tried all kinds of stuff, and it stunk to high heaven. And I can still remember, you know, friends would come over and they'd go, "Oh, what's that smell?" We just say, "Oh, mom's dying." And they go, "What?" Oh, no, not that kind of dyeing. She's just dyeing wool. And yeah, that's my mom. And that wasn't like, my mom was kind of an an anomaly out in the community, farming community. You didn't, you know, yeah, not there were not a lot of kids that I went to school with whose moms did stuff like my mom did. Oh well, that's okay. That's great. Um, so let's see, how's everybody doing? I've been still on fundraiser. Okay, smashing the button. A card soon. Oh yeah. Oh, Lala, have you've been making more cards? A bunch of more cards. I was watching you the other day. Um, Mushroom Wonderland. There's a guy out here, Larry, on the key, just between us and Lake Bay. So all the way out to us. But if you cross the little bridge, you got to come past Key Center, cross the little bridge at Lake Bay, And then just on there, and they've got a new mushroom farm. He was written up in the Key Peninsula News, and they're just pretty fabulous. It's fresh mushrooms out there. Anyway, so that's the first one. Now the next story is Lupe still here? Because I'm going to apologize first off because I think I might pronounce some of the words wrong. I tried, but it's been a week or so since I've read this book to myself. The book is by the Latin Grammy winner Lucky Diaz, and it's illustrated by Micah Player, and it's called Paletero Man. Paletero, I think it's Paletero, and it's and Lupe, if I got that pronounced right, give me a yes, please. Mom's dying. I know, mom's dying. I remember saying that to somebody when I was in junior high, because that's about the time Mom was doing it. I was in junior high. It's totally, it's so embarrassing. Watching on TV. All right. Thanks, Lupe. Paletero Man is the next book I'm going to read. And it's just a real cute little book. And I think it fits with this group and this group of people and the kind of people and wonderful bucket fillers that you are. So let's go to this one. Are you the vice president of the Kitsap Mycological Society? Larry, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I got to get this article to you then. Oh, wow. That's very cool. Very cool. All right. Paletero Man by Lucky Diaz. I hope I'm saying it right. Let's see. The artist used Adobe Photoshop to create the digital illustrations for this book. All right. Used Photoshop for it. Cool. Aaron is. Oh, you're not. Aaron is. Okay. All right. Whew. And this is another. Before I start, today is International Poetry Day. So I didn't think of that too soon enough to find some good poetry. So some of the next couple books I have rhyme. So that's going to be my nod to International Poetry Day. It's going to have to suffice. All right. In the hottest month, on the hottest day, in the city of dreamers, California, LA, I grab my dinero and make my way to find my friend Paletero Jose. Pushing his cart full of cool treats, bailando he dances to mariachi beats. He has dozens of flavors. I can already taste. Will he have my favorite? There's not a second to waste. There's Tito Ernesto, he asks. Tamale today? No, gracias, Tio. Where's Paletero Jose? Can you hear his call? Paletas for one, paletas for all. Un aroma is calling, caught in the breeze. It's a barbecue smell coming from Ms. Lee's. Hola, Quiero. Would you like a sample today? No, gracias, señorita. Where's Paletero Jose? Ring, ring, ring. Can you hear his call? Paletas for one, paletos for all. The only way to beat this heat is with an icy cold paleta treat. There's my friend from the bike shop. Lo siento, Frank. No time to stop. Ring, ring, ring. Can you hear his call? Paletas for one, paletas for all. Will he have all the flavors? The colors I love. Horacha canela, the kind I dream of. Chocolate, elote, sandía afresca, arroz con leche, miel o cereza. Can you hear his call? Paletas for one, paletas for all. Here he is, Paletero Jose. Finally, I'll get cool on this very hot day. He has all my favorites. Can it be true? chocolate, vanilla, and melon too. But today, I'd like piña. Do you have that sabor? He smiles a big smile. Claro, para ti el mejor. I reach into my pocket to pay for my paleta. Mi dinero. My money. Está perdido. It's missing. It's lost. ¿A dónde se ha ido? What will I do? What can I say? How can I buy my paleta today? And just at that moment, who do I see? My neighborhood friends, Tio, Frank, and Ms. Lee. We called out your name when we saw your coins drop, but you must not have heard us because you didn't stop. Muchas gracias, amigos. What would I have done? I guess I dropped my money when I was on the run. Kindness for all, shouts Paletero Jose. I have a surprise that will brighten your day. Oi, amigos, paletas on me because of your kindness. The paletas are free. Whether it's stormy or whether it's sunny, whether or not you have any money, I'll always help out an amigo in need. Yo te prometo, an amigo indeed. In the hottest month, on the hottest day, we have fun in the sun with Paletero Jose. We can hear his call, paletas for one, paletas for all. So the author's note is this: the smell of street tacos, the vivid rainbow colors of vendor umbrellas, and the sounds of children choosing their favorite flavor from the paletero cart on a Saturday afternoon. These are some of the sights and sounds of 8th Street in Los Angeles, my neighborhood, my home, and my inspiration for Paletero Man, the book and song. Spanning the neighborhoods from Koreatown to Boyle Heights, 8th Street has endless summers of taqueras, K-Town barbecues, colorful murals, and vendor-lined streets. The historic stretch is also the birthplace of the immigrant street food vending culture in Los Angeles. Snack trips to the elotero cart, Mexican street cart, corn, visits to our friend selling tamales out of her cooler in the corner, and of course, weekend paletas in the park really shape our lives and fill our stomachs. As a Mexican American and an Angelino, I've taken great pride and joy in writing and sharing this picture book with you. As a Chicanx parents, being able to celebrate our vibrant culture and read this book with my daughter is really the most special experience of all. I hope you taste and imagine the fun of choosing your own refreshing paleta when reading Paletero Man. Buen provecho. Lucky Diaz. Oh, you're going down to Olivera Street? I love Olivera Street, yes. Anyway, that was that one. I loved it. I thought it was a fun book, and I know it's challenging for me to always get the accents right and the words pronounced correctly, but I tried. That one, what was it? This one, okay. Was Tamara's here. Hi, Tamara. Nice to have you here. How are you, Tamara? Lala, my friend Mommy Guide Inc. here. Tamara is in the Philippines. Tamsart, Lala is in Australia. Okay, the next one, I'm going to jump to this one. I don't know if I'm going to do the one on scrapbooks. This is just funny. This is funny. It's written by Alice B. McGinty, and it's illustrated by David Roberts, and it's called Bathe the Cat. Yeah. Who's ever tried to give a cat a bath? They don't like it, usually. This is Bathe the Cat. Just, let's see. Bathe the Cat. See all the words: mop the floor, vacuum, feed, mow the lawn. Yeah, all those things. Bathe the cat. Come on, folks, it's time to clean. Upstairs, downstairs, in between. It's such a mess. If Grandma sees, she comes at 2, so hurry, please. Bobby, mop the floor. Dad will scrub the dishes. I'll vacuum the rug. Sarah, feed the fishes. Dad will mow the lawn, and Sarah sweep the mat. Bobby, rock the baby, and I'll bathe the cat. Bathe the cat? What? Somebody plays with the list on the refrigerator. What's the problem? Nothing's done. You're wasting time. It's after 1. We need to clean now. Do you hear? And stop that laughing. Get in gear. Sarah, feed the floor. I'll sweep the dishes. Bobby, rock the rug. Dad will scrub those fishes. I'll vacuum the lawn. Bobby, bathe the mat. Sarah, mop the baby. And Dad will mow the cat. Mow the cat? A little bit of mix-up again. No, that's wrong. You call this work? Have you all people gone berserk? You've scrubbed my fish. You fed the floor? Must I read this list once more? Mow the floor, rock the dishes, bathe the rug, mop the fishes, scrub the lawn, feed the mat. Uh-oh. Dad, you mow the floor. Bobby, rock the dishes. Sarah, bathe the rug. I'll mop the fishes. Sarah, scrub the lawn. Dad, you feed the mat. Bobby, sweep the baby. I'll vacuum the cat. Vacuum the cat? Nothing's going as I planned. This list is totally out of hand. I've lost my marbles. Understand? Now hear this. Dad will mow the vacuum. Baby, rock the mop. Sarah, mop the Bobby. I'll fish the floor. Wait, stop. Bobby bathe the bathtub. Sarah, bob the mat. Dad will feed the lawnmower, and I'll catch the cat. Holy hornets. 10 till 2. I've had enough of all of you. It's almost time for Grandma Marge, so listen up. I'm taking charge. Dad will scrub the dishes. Bobby, mop the floor. I'll vacuum the rug. Sarah, feed the fishes. Dad will mow the lawn. Bobby, sweep the mat. Sarah will catch the baby. And I'll rock the cat. Phew. And there's the cat. Rock the cat, feed the cat. Rock the cat, feed the cat, rock the cat, feed the cat. That's all that's on the list now. Oh my goodness. Crazy. And one last one, if you guys will put up with me. This is parfait. I'm just doing silly, crazy things. Parfait, not parfait. This one you have to see. I don't know what this. There are some things you have to look for in the pictures, in the backgrounds. So parfait, not parfait. Things that end with like a, like that type of thing, are going to be hidden in the pictures in some of these. So, I bathed the ferret? You bathed the ferret? Oh my gosh. That's why I bathed it in Johnson's baby shampoo. You bathed the ferret. Okay. Larry, that just has this whole image. It's a whole book in and of itself. You got to write that down. I bathed a ferret. Write that down and just let it marinate in your head, because that could be a great book. I bathed a ferret. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ferrets, like cute story. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Exactly, kind of thing. Uh, but love bathe the cat the moat. It was hilarious. It is hilarious. Possums are stinky too. Yes, possums are stinky and have mean teeth. Ferrets and the other things that animals that are stink like crazy are mink. Oh gosh, and they're mean. Anyway, next book called Parfait Not Parfait by Scott Rothman, illustrated by Avery Monson. Now I'm going to show you the cover. So parfait, got a parfait, not parfait. It's kind of a crazy book. It so like I said, there's going to be pictures in the background that kind of rhyme with parfait. Kind of parfait, not parfait. What's that? Blue jay in the background. That's the hint. I'll give you that hint. Parfait, not parfait. See the little tiny red dot? Yeah. Sharpay, not Sharpay. Toupee, Sharpay toupee. Parfait, not parfait. Horseplay. Wrong way, Sharpay poopay. Parfait, not parfait. Gourmet buffet, hooray, flambe. Look at all the souffle, comté, puree, sorbet, sauté, filet, spaghetti. Birthday party. The horse still has flies from stepping in the poupée. Parfait, not parfait. Spork. What? What spork? Anyway, it says, did you find the blue jay, parquet, Norway, Andre, harp a, birthday, Sunday, Bronte, oh, Hemingway, bird of prey, crochet, hairspray, Santa Fe, pin the tail on the donkey, beret, souffle, comté puree, sorbet, sauté, filet, spaghetti, ballet, bouquet, hooray. Okay, we got to go back and find some of those things. Let's see if we can find them. Going backwards. There's the ballet in the background and the bouquet of flowers. Okay. The filet, we got all those. There's the the blue jay in the background is wearing a beret in this picture. Oh, okay. And there's the pin the tail on the donkey. This one is the little red dot down here in the corner on the map, on the globe. Is it Santa Fe? Peanut Buster Parfait. Peanut Buster Parfait. Good, Larry. Sharpay Toupee, and the hairspray, and the bird of prey back here. And here's the harp A. I don't know, and birthday on the wall. But their book down here is Hemingway, and then Emily Bronte is the book above it. Just cracked me up. Andre, the Sharpay. And this is Norway on that red dot. And the parquet must be the... Where's the parquet? Hold it. Parquet? Where was the parquet? Is that the parquet of the floor? Ah, it must be the floor. Oh, yeah, the parquet on the floor where the Sharpay is. Yes. Yeah. So that was that one. Okay. That's me and the books tonight, you guys. Just like I said, pretty crazy. I had found a bunch of these, and I just thought they were funny. And you know, then somebody told me it was International Poetry Day, and I said, well, I want to do the crayon book for sure, but the rest of them can be just silly ones. So that's what I found. And wordplay parfait. Wordplay. I want Dairy Queen now. Oh, they souffle. That always, when you get one of those things at Dairy Queen where they turn them upside down when they hand them to you. Oh, freaked me out the first time they did that with my grandkids. Ugh, my goodness. Anyway, Dairy Queen parfait. Literally. I have to guess. Oh my gosh. Gotta have that. Oh God. That's so funny. Yep. Well, I was hoping that I was reading these, they were cracking me up, and I would read them again and again. It just made me laugh. So, Sunday, if you come, send in your art. And like I said, I will be showing you the slugs, more of them. This is, like I said, the slug bug slug. And it's coming along. It needs, see, it has the double yellow lines down the back. I've got to fix it, get lined up. Some of the art tarts did some pretty amazing. So I'll have those. I'll show those to you guys, get you guys first. And then I made such a mess that I had the fluid art left over kind of thing, and I just squished paper in it. So I'm kind of using that as a background for something. I don't know what for. But so that's what I'm doing. And I will probably, Bob's going to drive down tomorrow, and I'll drive back. He has more energy in the morning than he does in the afternoon. This pneumonia really kicked his keister. Yeah, it's you know, he's not used to not popping back from something right away. And the doctor told him, yeah, he says, yeah, usually takes a good 12 weeks to completely get your energy back. And he's like, what? So he's not quite, yeah. But so the trip down and back will be an effort, but we'll make it. He'll drive down, and then I'll drive us back. But Sunday, send in your artwork, and let's see what we've got. Like I said, I'll show off some of my slugs, because that's about all I've been doing is painting slugs. And I want to see what some other people have done, what the spring has sprung on you guys. It's just, it's pretty nice. It's nice up here. How's it doing down there? It's getting colder for you, isn't it, Lala? And for Tamara, it's getting colder. I'm heading toward winter, but so good. Hot fudge, Spanish peanuts, vanilla ice cream, hipped cream is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Oh my gosh, Larry, stop. Lala, I want to know how didn't you have your big crafting thing? Lala sponsors this big crafting convention in the Philippines, and she had people come from all over. I think didn't Victor come? And just all kinds of stuff. And I want to know how it went. Um, no barrenness, no winter, only hot and hotter. Okay, so my geography's off. Only hot and hotter. Okay. Well, fiddle dee. Anyway, I'm done with my spring lineup, so I have more time now. Yay. But do the rest black, leaving the two yellow lines and paint each V-dub a different color. Oh, that's a good idea. I could do that. Yeah. Yeah. Good idea, Larry. Good idea. Larry has a good idea. Just to suggest, but do that. I did one all black, a Keith Haring one, but that might be a good idea to do it in black and then paint them all in different colors. All right. We'll see. I could do. Ooh, yay. All right, you guys. That's it. That's the lineup of books for tonight. That's story time coming to a cruising end. And for now, until next time, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for filling my bucket and letting me share these wonderful books. Have a wonderful rest of your week and go into the weekend, hopefully with your bucket overflowing and filling somebody else's and just getting your own filled too. And I will see you back here on Sunday, same time. More stories, hopefully showing off some of your art. And until then, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your mirror. And I'll see you on Sunday.